Joe Johnson. Foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Then for the Wizards, Powell, he's jacked in for Capella. Butler comes in for Hardaway. And Barea subbed in for Rivers. Mutek kicks to Cannon. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that.
Pulls up from the corner. And an air ball on that one.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very equal.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard.
There's Powell. Butler dishes to Love. Clock at 4. Tries again. A rebound by the Timberwolves. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first half.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
And a big-time jam right there. Outside Butler. Love with the screen for Butler. Jacks up a 3. Love, no good. Lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there.
Barea, the pass to Pop.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
A pass to Cannon. He feeds it to Mutek. And again, it's Minnesota converted. 1 second separating the shot clock in game. Carter again. Johnson.
Johnson on the threes.
11 seconds left in the second quarter. And here we go. Shorts off the contact and dunks it. They'll go to the free throw line.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Halftime in this one. Timberwolves lead by
all right, targets.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a night so far for Ginobili. He has 9 points and a steal.
Fundamentals have been on display. He's just done it all today. The passing and also knocking down his freebies.
And that's exactly what they've needed from him, those 2 things.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Without question, Manu Ginobili displaying his skills today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Johnson is out there with Powell. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Barea in the block. Butler from outside.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Butler attacking.
Wow, he got whacked. That one shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Outside Williams. Durant with the dunk.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
You know, whatever they chopped it up about during the break, it's worked. I mean, they've really been excellent in their execution since halftime.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Feeds it to Powell. Nice D from Durant. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player Clark to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the ring.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet, up until last season, he's been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
And Washington going with a whole new group here.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Williams comes with a double team. Hill passes to Blatch. And that one's good. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you were talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
He did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7'5" arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. Modiunas drops both of them.
And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
Here's Hill. And it's off the back rim. No good.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on, man. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Greg, as you said, with the Wolves, they had as hard a time with the East as anyone. Only managed a 9-21 record, Clark, out of conference.
Those 9 wins were the fewest against the East for any team in the NBA. Not a surprise given how badly the Wolves struggled in general.
No good from Durant.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Durant. The kick out to Hill. Fires the 3. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. 9 points for Hill. It's Williams with the drive. Here's Gobert. The shot no good. Great defense from Hardaway. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Armstrong, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Jose comes in for Modiunas. He's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Cannon for Williams. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Minnesota. So it's Minnesota now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. That is good. Ginobili's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Rivers kicks to Hill. Albanish to Rivers. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke and Batamucha. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Powell, he's jacked in for the Wizards. Hardaway against Carter. On the wing. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Minnesota leading by 9. Cannon dishes to Moscow. Ginobili outside. In the corner, Cannon with it. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So for Washington, their last game a loss to Sacramento. Pass to Hardaway. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Here's Cannon looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that play.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons and factoring all of the international competition, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 full years overseas before the end. Hill gets the foul. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Rivers. Carter up top. Hart down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Love checked in for Washington. Correa comes in for George Hill. Wizards trailed by 7. The shot from 20 feet away. Can't hit. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. And it's Carter missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Butler kicks to Powell. There's a good screen. And it's Johnson penetrating. Now here's Correa. He's covered closely. To the middle. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Cannon. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He got it up. And no good trying to get that one. And we've reached the end of the third. Minnesota on top, up 7. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Terry Williams up there with Ginobili. Then there's Monty Eunice, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Johnson, that's for 2. Yep, right through the net. Johnson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth half of the Wizards. And then Durant with the jam.
Reverse net with ball now. That was not
really the agility of this play.
Yeah, you love it.
How about the power and grace on that finish? I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Gobert with a screen for Williams. Eunice passes to Gobert. Shot clock at 5. It's Durant with the drive. And count the basket. He's fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. You know, went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much more the part of his game.
The talent was there, and most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Shots good by Durant.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
And it's Johnson penetrating from 17 feet out. Almost, but it rolls out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Mozgov, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Mute comes in for Monty Eunice. Carter, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Kevin in for Darren Williams.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Mozgov is green on Hill. And kicks to Mozgov. It's stolen by Hill. Johnson dishes to Hill. Love outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Butler. Minnesota with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Minnesota. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Butler against Ginobili. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Back to Butler. That's a pick by Love. Dishes it to Capella. Outside Hill. To the middle. Ginobili with the steal. And now Williams running the floor all by himself. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Minnesota calls timeout. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also, was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Here's Cannon. He's guarded by Hill. It's stolen by Hill. He dishes it to Love. Mozgov grabs the board.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
Wizards trail by 10. Hill passes to Love. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 14 points for Kevin Love.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, take a few chances. A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Mozgov kicks to Mbamute. And that one is stuffed right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the dunk like that.
Shots good from Butler.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Out to the wing. Here's Kilpatrick. A three-pointer is right on target. Kilpatrick's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves. And here's Hill for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
Cannon can't hit.
2 minutes.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Johnson with it. And it's Butler picking him up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Washington. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I would have, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk. You know what, just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Durant, wide open, he fires. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Durant. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Passes it to Montius. Fires from deep. Shot is no good. Some solid defense from Johnson. He kicks it to Powell. Whistle blows. Defense going to be in trouble.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
Pass to Joseph. Out left to the wing. Fires it up. Montius, no luck.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, here's Joseph, who's guarded by Johnson. Now, here's Joseph. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.